everyone, welcome to Remarkable Boutique Hotels, where we talk about outstanding experiences and everything that leads to them. Today's topic is super important, and let me be honest with you, I'm a bit upset. I see so many complicated things being discussed in hospitality industry while independent hoteliers fail to deliver standardized service with meaningful personalization consistently. Let me repeat that again, even though it's only introduction, but it's the secret behind all complex innovations and new trends in general. So what you should deliver is standardized service with meaningful personalization consistently. Don't chase trends, enter price competition, join other brands before you make this clear. Why? Well, because you'll end up hitting bottom line and not be able to innovate under your own terms. Most of the topics being discussed in media and academia really concern big chain hotels and associations, but eventually small hotels are the ones left behind. But listen, not because you are being outplayed, but because you were following big players instead of doing basic things clearly, consistently, according to your standards. Those are the things we'll cover today. Finally, let's dive in. Today's goal is to see how everything is tightly connected. And if you don't have good foundations, nothing new will pay off. Okay, so 2 statistics for the very beginning. First, 92% of guests trust word of mouth marketing recommendations from their circles, family and friends. And second, guests today, or to be specific, research says millennials and Generation Z, which are people born after 1980s. Anyway, it says guests today seek unique experiences which lead to the development of experience economy, meaning experiences are new definition of luxury. So why did I start with this? Because we can talk personalization, standardization, standard operating procedures, SOPs, service design, and so on, but what for if we don't know what the goal is? So I choose 2 goals for today, and those are word of mouth marketing and experiences. Meaning, your goal is to have more ideal guests who become loyal guests and recommend you to people similar to them and who love staying with you. This to happen, you should 1. Meet the expectations they had prior coming, and 2. Exceed these expectations during their stay. So first one, ensuring to meet expectations. That's done with standardization, or making sure you provide what you promise, hit your own standards, and show up according to the image you built. And second one, exceeding expectations, is done with personalizing services in a meaningful way to the specific guest and your hotel's identity. And both of those approaches have to be done consistently so that guests can rely on you and feel safe when choosing you. So, to meet guest expectations, you need to have clear concept and internal standards, and to communicate those when doing marketing. So you should create whole branding around your true hotel's identity and what you can provide always and under any circumstances. And this way, you're sure guests' expectations will be realistic and not so difficult to meet. Once you do that, then and only then providing extras and going above and beyond for a guest makes sense. That's the time to over-deliver and surprise them in a way that is, again, relevant to your hotel's identity, but also something your guests needs and wants. And this is where we come to creating experiences. But please note, these are not about city tours, stargazing, or evening live piano shows. No, not at all. Not to say these are like bad ideas, specifically if they fit into your atmosphere and values of your hotel, but this is beyond that. This is about making your guests' stay feel easier and nicer. And what do I mean by that? Easier means thinking about how you can anticipate guests' everyday needs, like special routines, already available requisites without them having to ask, some particular products, maybe protein powder, or anything you discover they do regularly and is part of their lifestyle. This means finding out their morning and evening routine, nutrition protocols, exercise needs. So one simple fitness bowl and corner prepared for their physiotherapy could make a huge difference in their experience, or having their favorite fruit and water instead of wine, which they don't drink, as a welcome package with favorite music playing, and so on. So examples are literally numerous. Besides this, you want to make their stay nicer by shaping their wants. This could again be very different things, such as arranging a visit to some local event, maybe wine or chocolate fair or cheese making classes, or meeting locally famous person in area they have passion for, or having custom gifts if they're celebrating something, organizing painting activity for the group of friends, or kayaking adventure, or something as simple as providing them with lots of candles for a romantic evening, or their kids' favorite toys in their room. Still, you want to have some scope, so first think about what complements your hotel's character, and then think about specific guests. So the point is, you want to create a stable baseline of your service and of what you promise in general. That's what you standardize. Then, on top of that, you add above and beyond moments that are like many little surprises to your guests along the whole stay, and that's what you personalize. So, on one side, you have procedures and standards, and on the other side, there's on-the-spot creativity and attentiveness. But very important note here, encouraging your employees to move away from standard operating procedures, for example, is not the same as providing personalized experiences. Guest personalization is not in conflict with standardization. Like, these two are more like layers that enhance the overall quality of stay. So sticking to SOPs has the aim to provide promised experience of your hotel and to deliver your signature elements to every guest consistently, showing you are trustworthy. It's only when you have basics, highly trained, and likely to perform at its very best, then this becomes baseline, which you can step away from in full understanding what you're doing and why. Therefore, some hotels will benefit more from working on consistency, using procedures and standards, while other hotels are ready to provide highly personalized experiences and curate their standards according to each guest's needs. In fact, this is more connected than it really looks. Because if you have well-designed procedures that are not copy-paste standards from some book or associations, but more like those standards put in context of specific situation for your hotel, then this becomes a picture of really well-applied standardization and personalization levels. So to kind of wrap it up, the main questions are: first, is this guest getting everything you promised? Are they experiencing everything you stand for as a hotel? And second, who is this guest? And what will be even more valuable service for them now? How can you create a meaningful experience for them now? Unfortunately, many hotel owners confuse personalization with things like selling upgrades, implementing personalized email marketing, or addressing guests by name. That's not how they will become your ambassadors and walking billboards for your hotel. You better ask and learn about your guests. That will help you tailor your offer at a bespoke level, and lead you to closer and more immersive interactions. Also, standardization is mistaken for hitting standards, like delivering room service in 30 minutes, which is meaningless without the complete context of the situation, like what is being delivered and why. Like 3-course meal and cappuccino are not the same, right? In fact, this is where difference begins between service and hospitality. It's one thing to be mere supplier of accommodation and other services, but completely different to be experience provider. Service is transactional element. It's like technical delivery of a hotel product, but outstanding guest relationship throughout the whole guest journey is part of a well-designed hospitality approach. Guests today are not coming to consume hospitality services, but to experience them. So one part is to design experiences and set a frame within which your team can customize those experiences each time for every guest. This is part of service design process. But there is another part which is intangible. It's pure hospitality, which makes you feel welcomed among strangers. I love that saying. So, hospitality is not a checklist. That's serviceability. Hospitality is about human interaction and caring about the experience guests have when using hotel services. And nurturing this hospitality mindset in your team is a way that fits your hotel's identity and character is what will influence one of the most important things, and that is market differentiation. Guests will be less likely to choose you by price due to your recognizable performance, and that actually leads us to what we set as a goal at the very beginning of this video, and that is word of mouth marketing. Really good foundations spiced up with your unique hospitality approach is what turns a first-time guest into a loyal guest who spreads the word about your hotel. Marvelous, right? And easy eventually, long-term definitely. Okay, so go ahead and turn your guests into walking billboards for your hotel, and they'll be happy to do it because you were happy to serve them as no one ever did. The way I love to say goodbye until next occasion. Have a beautiful experiences, my friends. Thank you for listening. Here at Remarkable Boutique Hotels, we want your hotel to be worth every penny and every second of your guests. Schedule a discovery call to find more about our remarkable methodology, which is unique in the whole hospitality industry. I would love to hear your hotel story. See you there.